share your screen? No.
Is it loud enough?
Is anybody out there? 34 people? All right. If you're out there, remember you can chat and we will see it. Just type it in the box below. Somebody let me know if you're out there.
Can you say, are you with me?
Are you with me? We're using a different computer than last year. So I can't see any chat right now. Let's test.
See, we got.
Hello.
Somebody liked us. I can hear. Somebody liked us. All right, now.
Okay.
It's working.
All right, we're going to let everybody trickle in. It looks like we got 41 people right now. So let's just hang out for a second. If everybody wants to grab a pony or two. Cheers to everybody. Hogs 2024. Let's get them cracking. Okay.
Ooh, that was glorious.
Oh, that felt good. Audio goof. Audio good. All right. We got you. Good to hear, Dooley. Good to hear.
Just a reminder, feel free to put questions in the chat, but you can also text or email either myself, Zandy, or Becker. I have my phone in front of us, and so does Zandy, so we'll be looking for emails or text. If you have a question, but you don't want to ask it yourself, you can ask it for a friend by texting me or Zandy, and we'll keep you confidential. This is a safe space, everybody. Safe space.
And as you'll see behind us, those are 2 bullets from the 15-year single barrels. We were able to select this year our own and taste through them. So we will have our 16th anniversary single barrel collector's item, which we hope to keep doing. It'll be for sale soon. Same price as last year, $69 a bottle. We have less. We have less bottles though this year, so supply is scarce. So what we're going to do, I'm going to give it a couple minutes. It looks like there's 51 people in the chat right now, which means not all teams are here. What I'm only going to do on a roll call is the new teams, and there aren't that many of you because we really didn't have that many spots to open up to the public. I don't have any contacts or glasses in, so I'm trying to read the chat.
Yeah. So far, it's just a whole bunch of people saying, what up? Rodney Beals is 4 ponies down in 2 minutes. That's pretty good.
Pretty slow from there.
I mean, Rodney should just come down and do the call with us.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll actually just.
Maybe that's what next year we'll have a live gallery for this.
Yeah, that could be. That's a good idea. Like the draft, like the NFL draft.
Yeah, we'll do it at Parkway or something.
We'll get into this in a bit too, but we are live at Hogs HQ. There's a full bar behind us. We will be doing another full album Friday happy hour this Friday, starting at 3 p.m. Last Friday was a lot of fun. We probably had about 20 to 25 people show up. Got pretty hammered. It was bigger than I thought it would be in that rain. But this time, maybe we'll try to raise some money and not just get destroyed the whole time.
No, Robert Rosemont raised $75.
Yeah, good job, Robert. Heard that driving on the infield was approved this year. Renee, is that true?
That is not true. So we're going to get into the infield fly rule or the infield drive rule, but it stays the same. Y'all have gotten very good about that, and I appreciate that. But we also haven't had to really enforce it much. But let's just make sure we keep that field clean.
All right. Yeah, more people have trickled in. We're getting closer to where we probably should be. So we'll give it another minute. Then I'll do the new team roll call, and we will get into this thing. Very exciting. What are we, 20 days away or something like that?
Today is I'm not very good at math. Today's the 13th. We are 3 weeks and a day away from steak night.
Good job, Terry Ward. 3 cases of ponies a day. You're almost hitting stride, but you probably got to kick it up a notch. Ron Green, where have you been hiding? You been sleeping with your hardware or what? All right, 65. We're going to give it another 30 seconds, and then we'll go into new team roll call.
Once again, thanks for everybody for doing this. We know how much of an effort you all put into this. We couldn't be more appreciative. We've got lots of exciting things that are in the pipeline that we have opened, that we are going to be opening and announcing, and it's all because of all the hard work that all of you do. It does not go unnoticed, and it's time to kick this bad boy into high gear. So Becker, let's rock and roll.
All right, I second what Renee said. All right, really quickly. I saw some of you already in the chat. It's a new team roll call. So these are the names that you guys can haze in the yard this year. Carnival. I saw that you are here. Yep. There you are, Rick Hewitt. Okay. QDAT, is Scott or Chip on this call? QDAT, give me a here or something. You should say I'm here,
right? Was up or. No, nothing yet.
All right, we got Brad. Brad from the Sheds here.
I see that. All right, Three Pig Mafia. I think somebody from Three Pig Mafia. Well, Dooley. Rubbed the right way. Oh, Beef can use a computer. What? Wow. All right.
Welcome to YouTube, Beef.
Paul Melanson, Rub the Right Way is here. All right. Last Mr. Pig. I think I saw somebody put LMP at the top.
Yeah, I saw that.
All right. Do another duel.
There we go.
All right. Last Mr. Pig is here. Pigpen's Lipstick.
Where's our boy BJ?
Where is BJ Cummins? And that is his real name. BJ Cummins. Are you on the call? Yeah. Hell yeah. All right. Pork Stars by Paycor. Jordan, are you on the call?
Moment of truth.
It's hard to follow up. BJ, oh, there we go. QDAT's on. Thank you, Scott. Pop up for Hogs this Tuesday. I'm going to try to steal our thunder. All right. Sugarfire Smokehouse. I didn't see anybody from Sugarfire.
Something tells me that Magic Mike is not on.
Magic Mike. All right. One more time. Pork Stars by Paycor. Somebody put in the chat, Pork Stars, say hey if you do come on late, so we do know. All right.
Brad's going to watch for Magic Mike. So
thank you all again. We're really excited about 2024. This is our Sweet 16 for Hogs. I want to talk about a couple of upcoming things. For those of you who don't know, a couple of weeks ago, February 22nd, my 34th birthday, we opened the second Hogs House in Baton Rouge, and it was just an amazing experience. For those of you who are new or maybe don't fully understand what Hogs Houses do, I'm just going to go through that very quickly because they are extremely important. We have one in Children's Hospital in New Orleans. We have another one in Baton Rouge that just opened, and these are houses that kind of work like boutique hotels that house families for free of any malady that are getting treatment at those two hospitals. So we've had our Hogs House open at Children's in New Orleans since 2018. It's been at about full capacity. The average stay is 17 nights, and that averages out to about $4 million saved for families. We did this because of some due diligence we did at St. Jude and found out just how unbelievably important these houses are to families, not only for financially, but overall care at the hospital. Just emotional well-being and being able to keep families together, extremely important. All right, upcoming happy hours. We mentioned it a little bit.
Becker, let me say one thing on the Our Lady of the Lake House. If anybody knows anyone that wants to stay there, we actually have the ability to submit a form for them now. Children's in New Orleans is entirely operated by Children's Hospital, but Our Lady of the Lake has been kind enough to allow us some autonomy over that as well. So if anybody knows somebody that's at Our Lady of the Lake that's being treated, reach out to us.
I did ask if we do go up to LSU and get hammered, could we stay there? And they said no. So unfortunately, that's out of the cards. But it's a beautiful house. And if you are up in Baton Rouge and you do want to see it, I do encourage it. Take some video. Let us know. We're happy to show you around or get you a tour set up. Same within Children's Hospital in New Orleans. There's a lot of you who still haven't been by there. They're just incredible assets, and I think they'll inspire you the way all our other teams have been by these assets. Back to happy hours. Again, this Friday we're going to kick one off at 3 p.m. this time.
Some of us have to work.
Some of us do have to work. Come on by. We're going to have a lot more beer this time.
Thanks to Tongue.
Yeah,
Tongue restocked.
Tongue, thank you. I think he's out in Dallas right now, but Tongue lit this place up with ponies, and we'll have a lot more. Friday, 3 p.m. Everybody's invited. You can invite your teammates. There's room for everybody. It's a good time. All right, team sales. Renee, you want to touch on team wristbands? Or I'll start with team wristbands. Get your orders in on your team wristbands as soon as possible, because we're going to start packing the packets next week. That way y'all can pick them up and you can disperse them to your teammates ahead of time before the fest. One thing I know Zandy's going to touch on is when it does get the week of the fest and everybody's loading in, and you're like, hey, I need wristbands. Where's Zandy? Who's in the fucking trailer? Who's in the bank? Blah, blah, blah. It's just really hard for us to sit still for 24 hours to do that. And I know that a lot of y'all are going to be like, I don't know who my full team is to the last minute. But if you do, it's a lot easier to get them ahead of time. So for your team wristbands, your RVs, if you do have bands, get your orders in.
Yep. Get them in, because we will probably have packets available the week leading into Easter. We'll talk a little bit more about what'll be in that packet, but it's a whole lot easier for us to give it to you with everything that you need now.
Look, Paul is just spamming people on the chat. Unbelievable.
And okay, lukewarm beer is still better than no beer, Paul. So take that. Suck it. All right, go on.
This team menus, Renee, why don't you speak on that? Because
team menus, you should have all gotten a link from Tracy at Wristband with setting up your POS account. If you were with us last year, they just copied and pasted your menu from last year, so you could go in and make some changes. Reminder, you have full autonomy over your menu. Change prices, change items. Don't send Zandy. Certainly don't send Becker. He doesn't know how to use the internet. Like spreadsheets with your menus and ask us to upload it. We're not going to do that. We can't do that. You do that. And then that also allows you, Paul, to track your sales, to see what you've been selling. Please make sure you label everything. Food is food. If you're selling, pink panty lemonade or whatever it is you call it, or if you're selling T-shirts, label each thing by merchandise, raffle items, which we highly encourage you to do. Just do that so that we know how to track all those things. But yes, if you didn't get an email from that, please email me. But it may have gone to whoever was the captain last year or the contact last year.
Okay. Security.
Every year during awards, people steal stuff. That's the easy.
Allegedly.
Or it goes missing. Someone's generator walks off.
Yeti ice chest. Speakers.
If you have things of value, if you don't have someone at your tent watching over it, I highly encourage you to lock it, chain it down. I wish we could say that this wasn't the case, but we get these complaints every year. So, and the other thing I will tell you is that while security is there to keep an eye on things, if you've seen them, they're not going to stop an active crime. So the more steps you can take to secure your goods, valuables, really nice lounging chairs, Yeti coolers, anything of the like, we highly encourage you to do.
If it's valuable to you, lock it down. Like Paul and his virginity and his chastity belt, lock it down. So I don't know what you consider to be valuable, but if you think it has value to you, sentimental, financial, lock it down.
Becker, it's simple. Before awards, lock up your small stuff because it will walk during awards. After awards on Saturday night, if you want to leave all your stuff out there, lock it up in a trailer because people can't just haul off trailers. But if you leave boxes of stuff or small things, they will walk on Saturday night. We do our best. We pay a lot of money for security, a lot, but they cannot watch 100 different booths
And they don't know who you all are. I mean, quite frankly, like somebody driving out with a truck full of stuff, they just figure it's beef leaving to get back on the road to Mississippi.
And another thing, a lot of the times when things go missing, it's your teammates who have been smart enough to pick it up for your drunk ass. So before you start yelling at somebody else, make sure one of your teammates has not packed up Paul's virginity. So,
and if you're yelling at somebody, please yell at Becker.
Please,
because
I'm used to it.
He's really good. He's like a
he's a black belt. And But we are trying to get better. We're going to talk a little bit more about security when we get to vehicle access and how we're trying to control that this year. But Zandy, why don't you take it away with some fundraising?
I feel like we need to drink another pony because we're moving to part 2.
This was not in the script.
It's not.
I mean, it's 7:30 p.m.
And I wonder why awards are so long.
Cheers, everyone.
Thank you. Cheers. All right, let me look at. Can we request 2 pieces of shit systems? That's not very nice. Oh, point of sale. Yeah, we got you, Gonzo. All right, Sandy, let's go into fundraising.
All right, fundraising. So, guys and girls, I think we all know that we have a very lofty goal this year of doing 5 million by the teams. The goal is there for one specific reason, and it's that hospitals from all over the country are reaching out to us right now to try to do more. They recognize that we are a tremendous source of funds, and we have a lot of backing, which is awesome. And if we want to continue to do these big projects like Jackson, Mississippi, Greenville, South Carolina, Hogs Houses, etc., we got to really kick it up. So we did 3 big projects last year. Those are multi-year pledges. In order for us to fund more projects for next year and in the future, we're going to have to really kick it up. So right now we're trending well. Donations are up year over year. Not sure if that's just timing or if it's actually new donors, but get out there, pound the pavement, use Rallybound. We know Rallybound works. Boar's Nest has proven it. They raised $300,000 in 10 days last year. Obviously, not everyone can do that, but utilize your networks, coworkers, family, friends, gardeners, whoever. $5 donations matter. $5,000 donations are great. Jesus would probably give you $5, maybe in cash, maybe in nickels, pesos, who knows. If you don't understand how to use Rallybound, reach out to me or Becker. It's super easy. We've talked about it a million times. Texting has the most engagement. It's about a 30% return on a single text. A group text is probably 5% return or engagement. Social media has virtually no engagement, but it's still good to do social media to get people to recognize what you're doing so that when you single text them, they understand where you're going.
Trip.
Rewards. So hopefully everybody on this call understands that if you're raising on Rallybound, you are eligible for rewards. We have some really awesome rewards this year. Last year's rewards kind of capped out with Big Green Eggs and Yeti coolers. This year we kicked it up a notch. We added in Uni pizza ovens. We added in a Segway scooter, not a Paul Blart Segway scooter. Renee's still trying to get one of those so he can roll around uptown.
No, the infield.
The mean streets of Broadmoor on his Segway. Awesome rewards. If anybody's not sure of what the rewards are because maybe you signed up for Rallybound late, hit me up on email, shoot me a text, whatever. Happy to share that with you guys. We love giving away rewards because it means that you guys are being super successful in your fundraising. Bricks. The goal here is that everybody at Hogs gets a brick. We have 750 bricks, and we know we have more than 750 team members. I have told Our Lady of the Lake that if we get more than 750, we'll have a real conversation about trying to add more. But right now we have 750. And Becker, where are we at? 150?
125.
125. A little slow. A brick is $2,000. $2,000 of somebody else's money. When the Aquarium of Americas opened up in 1990, you had to put $500 of your own money to get your brick. Now I can get Renee's mom to donate $2,000 to me, and I get a brick.
Jesus Christ. It's a little early for that kind of humor.
Well, I've had
We're
two
working-
ponies and a Manhattan.
We're working blue in this room.
Everybody should try to get a brick. Every team should try to have a brick. Every team should try to have 5 bricks. In order to get a brick,
some teams already, Florida Q has 24 bricks already. Hogwatch has over 20 bricks. And then there's some amazing teams out there with members of only 10 team members that have 7 bricks.
Right.
Bark and Bite Barbecue. They're a smaller team that are just crushing it out there. It just takes a little bit of effort. A lot of people are afraid to ask for money, but I promise you, once you get that fear out, come to happy hour with us, get hammered and ask. It's easier. It's just all about asking. People like you and they want to support you.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Talk to your coworkers, friends, family. But the bricks are awesome. We're super excited about it because everybody that's earning a brick is part of the Hogs Army and is a true loyal Hog supporter, and they deserve to have their name permanently on this Hogs House for as long as it exists in Baton Rouge. All right, checks. Everybody likes to talk about checks. Everybody's confused about checks. Checks don't go on Rally Bound. I'm sorry, we just don't have the staffing to do it. It's a lot of extra work, but we will consider changing that for next year. But for this year, checks will stay off of Rally Bound. If you have questions about what your check total is, or your total that came in through the main hogsforthecause.org/donate website, just shoot me an email. I've got it all. I keep it updated. Usually I'm at about a 24-hour delay on that, but I'm totally up to date as of this morning right now.
Also, your past donors, we can get you that information too.
100%. If you want your last year Rally Bound donors or you want your last year check donors, just let me know. I'll get it to you so that you can make sure that they're donating again this year. Checks for this year. We'll talk about awards timing in a little while, but try to make awards go faster. I'm making a hard cutoff on checks at 4 p.m. on Saturday. If you have
Of Hogs,
not this Saturday. If you have a check ready on Friday, don't wait till 4 p.m. on Saturday to bring it to me. Bring it to me on Friday. I want to take a picture with a big check. We love to do that. Let me know. We'll come out. We can come to your tent. You can come to the bank. However, but we'll take the picture. I mean, you guys deserve it. You guys work hard to raise all this money, and it's important to us that you guys get the recognition.
I love
that you
pictures. I went to Handsome Boy Modeling School. I've perfected it. Y'all want me in your picture, so raise the money.
It's the truth.
I do want to say we're right there with you. Our board is raising money on Rally Bound as well. I encourage y'all to compete with us. There's 5 of us raising money, and we're raising money outside of New Orleans, so we don't cannibalize any of that. We've already raised $40,000 between 5 dudes. So
one chick, 4 dudes, one chick.
Zandy, there's a question about when will Rally Bound donations for rewards or the event close? Talk about that.
Yeah.
Rally Bound donations for the event will close at 5 o'clock. Anything after 5 o'clock on Saturday will move to the next year. We do take into account all of the Rally Bound donations that came in after 5 o'clock last year, but we have to cut it off at some point in order for us to get up on stage to announce it.
For rewards, it goes through April.
Rewards, it goes all the way through, what did we say?
30th or something.
It's on the website.
Yeah.
I think it's either the end of April or mid-May.
But you can, Nicole, you can raise all year long, and we will get you square. It's just there'll be a little timing thing of when the money gets credited. But no matter what, the money's going to get credited to you and your team at some point.
God, Cruz and his humor. Wow. James.
All right. Shadow credits and reconciliations. If you believe that you were owed shadow credits for sponsorships, tickets, you paid for something for Hogs over the course of the year, reach out to me. Please reach out to me ahead of time. I do my best. Becca, Renee, and I sit down once a week to go through this kind of stuff to make sure that we're accounting for everything. But the 3 of us have a lot going on. So if you think you're due something, please reach out to me so I can make sure that you're credited appropriately. Don't wait until the Friday of the event. Once doors open, we're kind of all hands on deck to make sure that we're operating smoothly. So now is the time.
About corporate donations that sometimes come in late.
Corporate donations, good question. So matching, the way that we work matching is we kind of go on a cash basis of accounting. If it comes in by the time that the festival occurs, it will go to this year. If your matching comes in after the festival, it will go to next year's fest. So there were ones like Boar's Nest, who started very late last year, but absolutely crushed it. I think Boar's Nest had about $15,000 of matching donations that came in May. It goes to this festival. Ryan Kinter knows about it. But matching donations truly goes by the mantra of work smarter, not harder. Yeah. Like, if you know anybody that works at a big company, make sure they get their match, because it's just free duplicative money.
Yep. All right. That's a pretty good fundraising update. Again, for those of you, I saw something about winter happy hours this Friday. Come at 3 p.m. Let's fire off some texts and raise some money. Maybe we'll set an internal
And if
goal.
Fridays don't work and you want to come, just text us.
Yeah,
or
text us on other days.
Make sure that we're here.
Let me say one more thing on the matching thing, because this question comes up a lot. Matching donations don't go on RallyBound. They come through a totally separate system. They're usually either check written to us or ACH to us. If you're curious of whether your matching donation has come in, just hit me up via email or text, and I'll let you know. It won't go on your RallyBound, but it will go to your team total on stage.
All right, so now we get to move into the Renee portion of the call. Y'all's favorite hour,
The rules.
Yeah. All right.
Quick plug. If you have not already submitted, most of you have. We've gotten a lot. Thank you. If you have not already submitted your bacon choice, you have a choice between slab or sliced. Your hot sauce choice. If you don't choose by Friday, you're going to get a half gallon of regular Tabasco and a half gallon of wing sauce. If you haven't already done those, please do that. I've been sending out a couple of those links, so go ahead and send that in. And you also have an opportunity to tell us what your dishes are. We aren't passing this on to the judges. This is solely for press, social media, and the like. And a couple quick updates. A couple of you have asked. So you do not need to use the bacon we give you for your turn-in. You can make your own bacon. It's not a Newski sponsored thing anymore. So if you want to make your own bacon, you want to buy a high-end bacon, you want to cure your own pork belly, do it. We give you that bacon and those wings for your public sampling on Friday night. Which, reminder, Friday night we ask all teams to have 150 portions of something. Can be whatever you want. And on Saturday, that's
preferably bacon.
Preferably bacon or wings. Mike Rodrigue has won wings twice. So if you have any questions, I'll be glad to share his contact information with you. But you also have on Saturday 250 portions. If you want to use some of your wings or some of your bacon on Saturday, that's totally fine with us. Reminder that most people are coming out there. They want to eat a bite of something. Sure, there are lunatics that want to order a whole rack of ribs or come in with Tupperware containers and get them filled with pulled pork mac and cheese.
My father.
But most people want a bite. So think about that when you're pricing. What is someone going to want? What is a really good bite for $3, $4, $5?
Yeah, every menu should have a $3 item on it.
Yeah. We will have on site, hopefully by Tuesday afternoon, your bacon, your wings, your hot sauce, and your mayonnaise. So those are the things we're going to give you. Paul, use the mayo for its intended purposes, please. You will also be able to start checking in then on Tuesday afternoon, April 2nd.
Renee, question on bacon. How much bacon are they getting? And I know we've gotten this in the past. Is it sliced? Is it slabbed?
They haven't checked on the. You haven't been listening? Who said that? Who was it?
Boys Meat World.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, pay attention. Go online. You fill out the form and decide whether you want sliced or slab. It's up to you. And that's for you do whatever you want with it. Like Paul might do some weird stuff with it, but you do whatever you want with it.
Are the wings separated into drumettes and
No,
flats?
they're not. They're whole wings.
It's
a
really
10-pound
complicated. You take scissors and you cut them.
You know, that guy that hasn't done anything and raised money, day 5, give him the job of separating the wings. All right. We will start laying out the field this weekend. Tents. Well, first flooring is going to go in. This is a reminder. Every year there is somebody who the week of Hogs realizes they did not order a tent. And they were like, this is BS. You guys doesn't have a 40 by, like these 40 by 40 tents don't grow on trees, to quote Zandy Reinhold. You have got to get them. They need to know exactly what they want. They need the hardware. Make sure your tent order
They
is
come
in.
from around the country.
They come from all in.
They order them based off of y'all's orders. So they're not just sitting there.
Right. So get your tent order in. We're going to start laying flooring and tents starting Saturday afternoon. If you have a 40 by 40 tent, but you only want 10 feet of flooring and 20 feet of tenting, you need to make sure that Mike Cassio and Wanda at Fleur de Lis know exactly how you lay it out. Piglet did a great job today and actually gave them a little diagram, just a little drawing, and said, this is how we want to lay it out. Perfect. That's all you need to do.
Renee, we're getting a question from Chef Terry about the options on Tabasco. I'm guessing it's probably on the form.
It's on the form. They didn't read the form.
Yeah. That's probably what Catherine said.
Well, the question probably went to Joey, who's driving a boat right now. So
now's a good time, Renee, to, I don't want to stress this or jinx us or whatever, but it is El Nino, which is Spanish for the Nino. And in El Nino, which again is Spanish for the Nino, sometimes the years when Hogs gets a little wet. So if y'all been noticing lately, we've got a lot of rain. Be mindful of it. Don't drive across the infield. So
what's the infield?
Got to remember, we might have the sunniest weekend of the whole year, but there was 3 to 4 days before Hogs wasn't really bad. So let's talk about the infield, not the outfield. Who's saying
it's actually good. So Becker's
can you take the elevator down?
All right, no, it was good. All right, so this is what I consider the infield, where everybody's going to be walking around. Don't drive here. Just don't. You have ways to get wherever you need. It's very simple. Tell your teams, just don't drive on the infield. Y'all did a really good job last year. I caught beef sneaking in. I had to disqualify them. That's why they didn't win. But the rest of you got it. Just do not drive here and here. If you're an A14, you should be driving here. If you're an A4, you should be driving here. If you're A29, you should probably come like this.
But look,
there's a little road.
This is a great point, Renee, because we all know that there is a fence here. Mm-hmm. This is the hard side to get to. The shed, this is a tough spot. You need to get in early because when U-Bonds, our old friends, the U-Bonds bring in their pits, it's going to be hard for you to get behind your tent. So if you're on this row right here, you need to think about getting in early. A lot of these guys down here have been here for a long time. They know the rules. This is a bit of a newer crowd up here. Let's make sure that we get in early here, like
and also
Tuesday, Wednesday.
You've got not Friday 20 feet morning. Of space. So leave room for cars to come this way and not have to come in this way. All right?
And play nice with your neighbors.
Yeah. Play nice. That's the number one. That's always our number one.
Right. Vehicle access.
Okay. We go through this. This is going to be my big thing this year. I'm going to say this, and I'll say it 1,000 times. You are getting two team passes, 2 and only 2 for Friday. Those team passes allow you to bring a car into this gate.
This is the baseball field.
Starting at 7 a.m. on Friday morning. Your car will be off the lot, and the baseball team is not playing, so team parking is back. Car with that vehicle pass will be off the lot by noon on Friday, or we will tow. I am towing this year. I'm so sick. All the cars that park here and think we're just not going to worry about it, which I haven't, I'm worrying about it. Because you know why? Last year, we had cars rolling all over this place at 2 a.m. Somebody hits somebody, this festival is over. Stop leaving your cars on the festival grounds. We have parking, and none of you should be driving anyway. Also, this little squad over here.
It's not like there's any cyclists in there to hit. You don't need a car.
This squad that parks thousands of cars and nobody's trucks, don't do it. Okay? Those vehicle passes get you on this year and they get you off. I have told our security that if they are not allowed to let a single car in on Friday morning unless it has a decal. And every single decal is going to be tagged to a license plate, and every single decal is going to be tagged to a team. I will tow. I will email the team captain and say, let's just pick a team at random. Last Mr. Pig, you have a car on the yard at 12:05. It's getting towed in 5 minutes. If you do not get that car moved, it's getting towed. That's my serious speech for the year.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Are you towing?
Yeah, we're towing.
Okay.
We're towing.
Towing.
I have Zahn towing on standby. They're going to be parked right over where normally we have that little baseball field real thing.
Preston Big Mike, was that the LSU guy?
Big Lee. Big Lee.
Yeah.
Audible. Let's go.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
All right. So that's my point of emphasis this year. Just like the NFL, if your car is on the lot, it's getting towed. Now let's move to happier things. RVs and bus and box trucks. We are going to allow the teams.
I mean, Jesus, could we have just hung this
who
thing?
are back here, who are here, to put RVs here instead of going into the lots. There will also be an RV lot here. There will be an RV lot here, and there will be an RV lot here. If these teams and these teams and some of these guys want to put their RVs back here, guess what? You'll be able to do it. But I need to know what RV you're bringing in, and you need to order that by March 29th. I need that in, and I need to know when you're bringing your RV in, what team you're with, and what size it is. So
Look,
we can start
zero reason, Renee, to not put in your RV orders now. We recognize that some people are going to wait to the last minute to do it. But I know, Brad, from the shed, that you guys want numerous RVs. Put the RV order in now so that we can make sure that we put you guys in the right area by your tent.
Yeah, and
Because if you wait to the last minute, you may end up totally across the yard in an inopportune spot.
And I gotta say, I got to direct where the lot lizards are going to go. So
Right.
I need to know where you guys are. I need to know where the real high-paying clientele is because I get a cut. Gator gets a cut.
so the other thing I'll tell you is that your RV, we're going to, once you get your order in by 3/29, and we also have this RV share pass, like kind of share. So everything you book, if you need to book an RV through RV share, Hogs will get a portion of. We'll be able to track that, let you know what happens with that.
Let me ask you this. Does the chat get recorded with the video?
Yes.
Because I think
Yes.
Eric and James are getting ready to fight.
Or
And
kiss.
This is great. I like it.
Okay. The other thing I'll tell you is that your RV, when you tell us when it's coming in, Joe Lupski, who's been with us for a couple of years, is going to help you place your RV so you don't do like Mr. Who does that every year? Pig Lebowski puts the RV in the absolute worst place every year because no one's there to see it.
The infield?
Yeah, they screw it up every year. So your RV will be placed with one of my interns who will tell you exactly where to park.
And guys, there are no hookups. I'm not joking. You have to come like fully equipped for that thing to be powered on its own for 2 days.
Holly,
Full water tank,
Yes.
full diesel generator.
Samantha, we'll don't worry about that. It's more, I don't care who's gets tied to the license plate. At least have someone to call and say, hey, again, I'm calling the team captain and saying, you have a vehicle on this field.
I don't like that. I think that it should be the call.
I know, but the problem is they recycle. All right. Holly, trailers like your barbecue trailers and other things that don't have a motor and you can, as long as you can park it behind your plot without impeding anyone else, those do not need to have a pass.
What about a fifth wheel, Renee? That doesn't have a trailer. That doesn't have a motor.
Those big
Depends
fifth
on how
wheel,
big it is.
those anything over like 20 feet,
Yeah, those big
those
fifth wheels.
need to have a pass. Okay. We talked about the MTL rule, so we'll move on. Team packets. I mentioned I am endeavoring and should have your packets available. Probably, let's say the Tuesday after Palm Sunday for those of you who are Catholic. For everyone else, 13 days from now. Cutoff for trailers. You will not be driving, Terry. You will not be entering the yard with a vehicle after 11. We'll get there. You will not be entering the yard at that location that we just showed you after 11:30 a.m. No more new cars are coming in after 11:30. So if you have to get something to the field, you need to get there by 11:30 on Friday with a vehicle pass in order to have access. Golf carts, stop. You don't need them. You don't need to go drive and pick up Susie Q at the front gate and bring her to your tent. You don't need golf carts.
What about go-karts?
You don't need go-karts. You don't need Vespas with sidecars.
If there are cyclists, though, they will be run over somehow. So,
yes, cyclists. Yes, you bring a bike. Okay, with a little bring one of those tandem bikes. You could go right up to the front gate. You can put them on the back of your bike, and you can go. Again, so your team packets will be ready here at the Hogs office beginning Tuesday. What is that? The 25th, I think is the 25th. They will stay here until Monday, end of day, which is April 1st.
Let's go over what a team member.
Tuesday is the 26th.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. 26th.
What is the difference between a team member and a general patron?
So a team member, they could be under your tent. They could be drinking your beer. We don't care. Okay. A attendee, we do not want them in your cooking area. We do not want them drinking your team beer. That is a totally separate experience. We allow you all to purchase additional team bracelets up to 10 above your given amount. And then if you raise if you raise 2,500 at least through Rallybound, your team is eligible to purchase more.
And remember, a team member also can get the old in, out.
That's right.
They can.
Team members can come in and out, free will. The regular admission pass, once you leave, that's it. You're done. So somebody forgets their person in the car, they're a team member, they can come back in. If they're an attendee, they're done.
The big thing, Renee, is that if you're a patron, you're not supposed to be under a tent drinking a team's drinks. And we'll go into
during festival hours. Yeah.
Post-festival hour parties are different, but during festival hours, they're not supposed to be under a team tent drinking their alcohol, partying for free, etc. So if you need to, buy a team wristband for your people that want to do that, but you have to get it in ahead of time. And right now, you get 10 extra team wristbands.
It's not a hard stop at 10. Like, most of you guys are fundraising, but there are a handful of y'all that haven't been fundraising in the past. Haven't been fundraising and yet have 80 team members. So most of you are already past that limit where you can have as many team members to a reasonable degree as possible. So it's not just 10 period, because that has come up.
Right.
So if you have any questions about that, ask us.
So if anybody's asking the question about whether you have to raise that 2,500 through Rallybound, no. We know the teams that are raising outside of Rallybound. You're okay. We're not worried about it. You can ask for extra team bracelets. If we don't know you and you're not raising in Rallybound, then we will question additional
if you think that is, we're being kind of hard asses on it, we're really not. We just want, all the teams that have been with us for 10 to 15 years work their asses off. It's disrespectful to them too. We have 27 teams that are on a wait list currently. We want the best out of everybody that we can get and do the best. So we have to put some kind of restrictions in there.
Yeah. All right. So beginning Tuesday, April 2nd, 10 a.m., your team registration packets will be on site. So if you don't pick it up before then, which is fine, it'll be on site. Don't come to the Hogs office and looking for it. It'll be on site.
It'll just be me in my jean shorts, never nude.
Yeah,
just
exactly.
hanging out.
All right. Second major point. So if you've been tuning us out, pay attention. Alcohol. We again will be giving you cheers. Look at that coordination. We again we'll be giving your team either 5 cases of beer of regular domestic Miller Lite and such, or 7 cases of High Life ponies. Now, for those of you who are math majors, I am not. 7 cases of ponies actually equates to more beer than 5 cases of regular beers.
And let's touch on the ponies real quick. And for those of you who are like, what's the deal with Hogs and Miller High Life ponies? We are sponsored by Miller High Life. And yes, that Miller High Life. And Miller High Life.
This is a pony, not a 12 ounce.
They have challenged us that if we are the #1 market in the United States, they will give us $25,000 additional dollars in sponsorship. I'm happy to say, through all your efforts, and mostly Hog Watch, Tongue, Bark and Bite Barbecue, the Irish Brew Boys, we are the #1 market in America right now.
For the last 4 weeks.
Those assholes in Chicago have been surpassed. We're up by about 3,000 cases right now. There's all these specials going on at grocery stores through Louisiana. Keep pounding. You can't get drunk off beer anyway.
Tommy, great question, Tommy Benj. You kick them off. Tell them that Hogs got rescheduled to the following weekend. That's the easiest way to get rid of team members who aren't doing anything. Okay, so we again will have a.
Is that about Durban? What?
So we again will have a full general store for you that will sell beer, ice, liquor, wine, the whole gamut. We know that teams are able to bring in other alcohol. We know that Irish Brew Barbecue loves their Guinness. Other people are going to drink Scotch. We get that. Bring in your reasonable amounts. However, because of what has happened with our beer sponsors in the past, we have put Southern Eagle, which includes Gnarly Barley, which includes Urban South, Bud Light, all the other beers that they have, that if we see enormous stacks of cases of Bud Light and Gnarly Barley donated to teams, we are going to have to pull that.
They know this too.
Southern Eagle is fine with it because guess what? They told us to kick rocks last year. And now we went to Miller High Life, and we're the #1 goddamn pony market in the country.
Not only that, we're the Miller High Life's the only beer that's gained market share in the country because of what we're doing. And guess who wants us back bad? Southern Eagle.
Southern Eagle. So let's make sure we understand the bigger economics at play. If for some reason you're like, we really need more beer, somebody shoot me an email. Shoot Zandy, Becker, and I an email. We'll be glad to work with you on a little payment plan.
Dusty's General Store sells all the beer at wholesale pricing. It's cheaper than going out and get it anywhere else. We have ice. We also heard y'all's concern about ice and the pricing. We've changed that this year. We were getting bad pricing on ice, so we have made.
Well, we were getting pricing for 40-pound bags, and then they delivered 10-pound bags.
Yeah.
So we had the ice this year will be 20-pound bags. Price. Thank y'all for that feedback. We took it. We're not trying to make. No one's trying to hire on ice sales. It's just shit happens when you party naked.
Zach from Gnarly Barley called me. Good friend of mine. He said, I got this crazy email from Southern Eagle. Said I can't give team beer. I said, you're right, Zach. That's exactly right. He knows the rules. Jacob at Urban South knows the rules. Guys, don't even bother. They're not going to give it.
Just come to us.
So
we'll make deals.
But not only that, we understand y'all are trying to reduce your overhead. And we're all about it. Hit those nano breweries if they have,
But also, we will work with you on what you need on the alcohol side, so that it's our sponsors and the people who give us a lot of money, and you don't have to worry about it. So come to us.
Yeah, Cruz. To answer your question, we do have a lot of Twisted Tea. They are with
yeah. Oh, and also, Cruz, we have those Bartles and James.
We got them. Those Bartles and Cruz.
All right. Team parties. Reminder: do not start your team party until the band has ended on your little platform. We love the team parties. We think they're one of the coolest things. I can't tell you how much feedback we get from people who go, you know what I love about Hogs is it's as if you go to Jazz Fest and when the last band ends, no one has to leave. So we love what y'all are doing. Please don't start it till the band ends.
Shout out to Hockey Style, who's outsmarted everybody and goes 3
Here.
p.m. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, there's no
stage,
bands.
so
We party all night or all afternoon.
they're all passed out by 8 p.m., but they have the best early Friday party.
And another reminder, if you have amplified music and I can hear it or anyone can hear it, especially if you're on a stage while the event is on, we're gonna ask you to turn it off. So just keep that down, especially while bands are on stage. If you're on a stage. All right, captain's meeting.
So really threatening. We're going to ask you to turn it down.
Yes,
So.
yeah, we're gonna or unplug you. Captain's meeting, 11 a.m. On Friday, April 5th, at the judges' tent. This is one of our favorite opportunities to see everybody. It's a captain's meeting. If you want to bring a couple people, bring it. We always have special guests that come in.
It's become one of the most incredible experiences of the
It's awesome.
There's nothing that fires people up more than the captain's meeting. Bring your team members. Let's pack the house. We'll have a grand
Beers on us.
there. Yeah, exactly.
One year I tried to order pizza. It was going to cost $500. Becker told me I was going to bankrupt the company. So now you just get free pizza. Bring your own lunch. It's a brown bag lunch. Beers on us. But that is 11 a.m. So
if Paul would, raise some money and rally down, I can actually.
That's right. We could order $500 worth of pizza. So we will do our presentation. Then we turn it over to Melzy, the judges. They'll walk you through everything. They will also probably at that point give out your turn-in containers for each category. So make sure you're there. Right after that meeting, I have sent all of you calendar invites to pick up your wristband portal based on your team name. It's alphabetical. Famous on Instagram is first because they have a hashtag. But basically, that's when you will send somebody, team captains. It does not have to be you. You do not have to do everything. Find someone on your team. They are in charge of the POS. Like I mentioned earlier, you got the email. You send them up to the front gate. They will pick up their POS. They will get training on it. They will bring it back to your booth. They will plug it in. It'll be good. Those POSs have about a 12-hour battery range. If you have a generator, keep it plugged in. If not, Wristband will pick up your POS on Friday night, recharge everything, bring it back to you Saturday morning. I already know Eric Hahn is probably saying, why does my internet never work? I don't know, Eric. You got to be a little bit more tech savvy, okay? But we're going to make sure your internet works. Judging update.
We do have 2 internet guys this year.
We have 2, and one of them survived the plane crash. So
True. We're proud.
He's working on Bauer time. Judging update. Once again, Melzy will walk you through what you can turn in. Brief oversight for ribs, for whole hog, for shoulder, no garnish, just meat. A lot of you... now, this is going to sound nasty, but Melzy always says that some teams don't stuff the box. You just put a very little amount of food in there. So Melzy told me to tell everyone, stuff the box. Now, you can take what that means on your own, but put a lot of food in there in all categories.
I don't even want to know what the shed is going to do about stuffing a box.
Yes. So listen, you have between 4 and 6 judges, but generally
I've
closer
seen
to
some
6.
beautifully stuffed boxes.
Me too. God damn, college was awesome. So listen, if you are in doubt, put more food in. If you are doing a single serving item like a bacon cupcake, put 6 in there. Don't put 2.
Yeah, the tables are sometimes 8 people. They can go max of 8. So
Right.
Keep that in mind.
So just make sure that don't go soft on any of them. Reminder, mayo, sauce, whole hog, wings, bacon, and pork puree. We're going to give you a little 3x5 index card where you can write out what you did, just so you can explain your process. You used a Mojo seasoning. You did whatever. I don't know. You made the sign of the cross. Don't put your team name on that. I say this every year, and there are like 5 people who write, Team Florida Q invites you to eat our, mojo marinated pork chops. Don't do that. Do not. Well, they at least pull your card, so no one knows what you did.
No decor.
No decor. It's got to, listen, for potpourri, it's got to fit in the box. You can actually do stuff in the box, but you can't roll in with like a 6x9 foot.
No coffins.
Exactly. No.
But I thought we were stuffing the box.
You can stuff the box. You can do whatever you want in the box.
The
You can't.
the styrofoam
Like
box.
the box can't be delivered by a drone with like dancing hula girls. That's the rule.
No, that's bullshit. We should change that rule.
I was
So
just
stuff your
podcast,
box.
and I said we wanted to start a festival that we'd go to. And I'd go to a festival if there were
Stuffing boxes.
All right. And go to I again one more time for people that might not have been on.
So which one?
Point I, letter I. Lock your shit up.
Yeah.
Just want to stress that. All right. I've got a few things that we didn't cover. I want to really quickly, now that there are more people on the call, our Port Stars by Paycor and Sugar Fire Smokehouse on the call. If so, let me know in the chat. We're going to open it up to questions in a minute, but I do want to talk. No live animals. We get a lot. No dogs, no hogs. They all got to be dead. I don't care what you serve. It's up to you. But no live animals in the yard. Back to the pony sales in the competition. So as this is a stage award, whatever team drinks the most ponies, there's going to be a top 3 stage award. There's going to be a shadow credit of $5,000 to first place. What was second? Like 25.
I don't even know there was.
I'll get back up.
Right now, it's a 1-horse race. So if you want to get in that race, you better start.
Hold on though, but it ends Good Friday. The competition ends Good Friday. We will not be counting them the week of the fest. I will not be telling y'all what the totals are that week up to Good Friday. So it's going to go blind that week. So start fucking pounding.
That's what she said.
Anyway, second point is you guys got to be mindful. I encourage and I want you to be mindful that there are assassins out there in the yard. And I'm not talking about locking stuff out. You got to think about who your night watchman is on your fucking smoker, because there are ladies and men that'll take them down. I'm not calling James Cruz out, but I'm calling him out. And I encourage y'all to have an assassin on your team. This is a game of skill. So knock out the competition. If there's some, like I said, the lot lizards are out there. Send them in.
Look, there was a great year where Captain Porkenheimer dumped water on Deuce Bigelow's fire because everyone was.
I don't encourage that.
Don't do that.
But
the year that Deuce Bigelow played hardcore porn, but not Deuce Bigelow, it was Captain Porkenheimer on their tent and distracted every other team around. That was a good move.
It was a diabolical move for sure.
All right, third serious thing though.
Oh wait, Terry, y'all got to read the emails. Send us receipts of your purchases of Miller High Life ponies, and we will credit.
No, that brings up a good point. Captains, please forward our emails on to your teammates. It's really helpful to us, and especially as we get down the stretch here, we can't answer. It's going to get to a point where we're going to lose emails. Fortunately, a lot of y'all have sent us your rosters, and we've been able to communicate with all your team members on fundraising, but we've been mindful of not oversharing the captain's information because not everybody needs to know if that's y'all's jobs, and that's what y'all are there to do.
Terry, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at Joey.
Finally, awards. We do realize that awards can be lengthy if you're losing. So we do our best to do them on time. I think a lot of times what y'all don't realize is we may be on stage, but we're not ready. We're waiting on results still to come in. We try to go as fast as we can, and we will do as much as we can to do it as fast as we can. But it also depends a lot on y'all. So when you're coming to stage, you got to be ready. You got to expect your name to be called. because if you're in the back and it takes you 30 minutes to get to stage and you want to hug me and pick me up and throw me around like a rag doll, it just takes more time.
Wait, that's your Saturday night.
Right, it is. I kind of like it. But also, please don't spray the stage with champagne and things like that.
Do that off stage.
Yeah,
do that off stage
because that really exposes a lot of liability. But I promise you, we are working on expediting the awards. But everybody deserves their time, so keep that in mind too.
Look, I mean, Becker, the short answer is that everybody on this call is working their ass off to raise a ton of money for pediatric brain cancer. You guys are freaking crushing it. We can keep crushing it over the next 3 weeks. We have to keep crushing it over the next 3 weeks to get to our goal. But if you know that you're at 20,000 plus, have your team captain at the front of the yard for fundraising.
Well, that's on fundraising. Remember,
On
everybody who raises over
20,000 and over, the team captain's there on stage. That's our rule. You guys deserve it. I mean, you guys deserve it at 10,000, but we can't. I would love to put everybody on stage, but we can't. Top 3, whole team. That's the rule on awards. Always the whole team. There will be no alcohol and there will be no drinks for 3 and 2 and 1. If you're the grand champion and if you're the fundraising champion, that's a different story. Those are our 2 big things.
So I will have.
We are not going to have
so
champagne showers.
However, our friends at Miller High Life are working on a very large cooler that will be off stage right when you exit, that you can take as many ponies out of it as you like, shake them up, drink them.
Hopefully we'll have a
yes,
a separate.
We'll have a separate photographer with a separate, and you can take all your spraying, whatever this thing is y'all all do. You're always doing this to us. You can do all that. You can do all that off stage. Okay.
All right. I think
current pony number, Tommy. That is a really Sandy. Will you go do some quick math?
Yeah.
Stand by.
Here we go.
Remember, this will be one of the last times.
Wait, hold on. Do I need to? Yes, I got to count.
This will probably be one of the last times you hear this number, unless you come to the office to get a live update, because it will shut down again.
All right.
The week
You want
of
me to start at the bottom or the top?
the top. Just get the top.
All right, here we go. Hog Lodge, almost 2,600.
Singular.
That's a team of 35 guys, maybe 1 girl. Bark and Bite, 1,300.
Brandon Pierce has drank 900 of those by
That's
himself.
a team of 3 people. Not 1,300 drinks. And then there's everyone else.
Yeah.
Irish Brew, way up there.
It's the only category you can control going to stage. All right. So that's where that is. And again, thank y'all, everybody. If you want to hop off the call, you're welcome to, but we're going to stick around and ask questions. You can text us with questions.
We're not going to ask questions, but you can ask questions to us.
I can ask some very ontological questions. But yeah, remember, happy hour Friday. Please come stop by. And especially if we don't know you very well, we want to get to know you. So come by, say hello, join. But yeah, you can sign off. Thank you all. If you have no questions, we'll be here answering questions for those that do. Thank you, Pig Latin on the liver transplant program. I saw it at the airport. I did every time. What was Irish Brew? All right, we'll get there. What's Irish Brew count?
Sandy Chapatulis, you missed it, but we kicked you out. So good luck.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, but you deserve it, Ronnie. You won a category. That's what you get. You get your time on stage.
Yeah, like if you win a category, we're going to give you a little bit more time.
Thanks, Kara. Any questions? Wow, this could be pretty easy. We're going to stick around. There's still a bunch of people on the chat.
Any texts coming in?
If you want to hit Renee's rally bound like Major League style, maybe he'll start removing articles of clothing. You never know. So,
Joey Cargill wants to know, how far into the main field can you go? You cannot go past what we're going to lay out, 2 flags on each side. That is your front line. Do not go past that if you're on the main field. Good question, Joey.
I mean, guys, this is the best goddamn party in the United States of America. We got 3
Holly,
weeks to kick it off.
Holly, if you purchased your tickets online, which is, I'm assuming is what you did, those will start getting shipped out this weekend. So you should get them. Look, I can't make any guarantees for the United States Postal Service, but they should get to you within the next 5 or 6 days.
Terry, just send us your email and we'll put you on the captain's list. There's a lot of teams have what we call 10 to 12 captains. Zanny, what's the Irish Brew pony count?
Hold, please. God, I had too many ponies. 370.
370, Mike. Any other questions? There's still a lot of y'all in here.
For those of you who are still here, any songs you would like to hear at awards? Not saying we will listen.
Yeah, we're not going to listen to you.
But we're interested.
To donated items for islands tax deductible. That's a good question.
What's the question?
It's y'all's raffle, though.
So the short answer is yes. Just email me and we'll figure it out. But you have to email me ahead of time. Please don't come to me at the festival and ask me about this. Email me now. Hey, we got a donation of this. We'll figure it out right now.
Gerald, yes. We fully encourage y'all to set up your own flooring for sure if you could bring it in. Definitely. Jack, what do we have in our? I'm drinking bourbon. We're all drinking
I had a Manhattan and 8 ponies.
Yeah. Renee's drinking Weller. Damn, seems way low. Well, y'all also, I've noticed, Mike, 4 of y'all text me the same picture. So y'all think y'all try to get quadruple credit a lot of times. But guess what? I have to knock that down.
James Cruz, please send me your walk-up song in case we need to say who violated driving on the infield rule.
It's something by Zebra. We know that. And James Cruz, when are all your influencers going to start raising on Rallybout? You've been saying it for 8 weeks,
Gerald,
years now.
Gerald, good.
Hold on, wait. Magic Mike just texted me and said he's on.
Okay.
So, he joined the question period.
So, Gerald,
good question.
Yes, if you have your own tent and flooring, you can set it up once we get everything laid out. If it is larger than a 10 by 10 tent, we do need to have certain insurance information and it be added to the COI of whoever owns the tent. But if you're just a 10 by 10 tent, you can set up your own thing.
All right, hold on. There's a good question here about
Sales?
sales and on Friday night.
You can kind of go as long as you want.
Yeah, but you have to turn in your point of sale, though, unless you're going to charge.
Point of sales. So that's a great question. Point of sales roll all night long. But remember, number one, you have to charge them. So if you have a generator and if you have electricity, you need to keep that point of sale going because it will die. And there's nothing we can do about that if your point of sale dies, other than telling you to take it to the front.
Good song, Brad Orson. Good song.
Oh, another thing we forgot: steak night. Steak night. Not
Who's
a
the king
joke.
of steak night?
Minor Pipes.
Minor Pipes, everybody.
Yeah.
We will be getting his article in the Times-Picayune with his bride and or queen pretty soon. But steak night, 53 minutes before sundown on Thursday, outside of Team March of the Pigs tent, which is
Here we go.
right here.
Beautiful stuff.
No utensils allowed. We will have
And Richard Harris for the most unique donors.
Yeah.
yes,
Oh, look, there you go.
Richard is the page.
Yeah.
Yes. We will have about 800 pounds of certified Angus beef. We will have an open bar set up. You and all your
We'll
team
also have
members.
$5,000 worth of oysters.
Yeah, we got to
from
figure out.
Louisiana seafood.
Yeah, if anybody wants seafood, like oysters or crawfish, shoot me an email because we've got a little.
What are the lot lizards going to be out for
I don't
the
know.
oysters?
I don't know.
All right. There was another one. What was it? You got to win something to get a walk-up song, Cruz. But
Paul, it's probably in another email.
Yeah.
Paul, oh, Jesus, you don't even get an RV.
All right. There's still 50 all on the call, so fire away with questions.
Magically, it's grown. There's now 52.
So anyway, everybody's invited to steak night. You, all your teams. This is a team party. There's no cost. It is a blast. Please come. Security will begin overnight on Sunday, Easter Sunday, and go through Monday overnight. But again, we are not talking about like Secret Service level security. We're talking basic. So
Yeah, it's really just not letting people into the yard at the best of our ability. There's just no way to cover all 60 acres. 50 people still. All right. What else y'all got? Anybody?
did we only get, what was the song?
Probably Who's Behind the Door would be my guess.
Oh, Burnside. Good. That was a good one.
Yeah. Let's go.
All right. Last call.
Last call. Last question.
Insurance. If you think you need insurance,
Hey, I'm a South Carolina graduate,
Ooh.
so Sandstorm.
Sandstorm. Good call.
there's one.
Darude.
They just did an orchestral version of that recently.
All right.
That it? All right, guys. Thank you all so much.
Thank y'all. See you soon. Come by Friday. Happy Hogs.